sort of mantra all year is they just found ways to win, and 100 points, and we'll see what. That's not a bad year's work. I mean, the last 21 games from the Olympic break, when it's been really tough, when teams have been really pushing to get in, and that I think we're 14-6-1. So the body of work has been pretty good. The whole year body of work's been good. If you would have said it in August or September, you're going to get 100 points this year, that I'd say sign me up. But it was actually a good game for us. A lot goes to the St. Louis Blues. They really played hard. They were out of it, and they had some young guys in, and they played hard. They just competed. They just wanted to finish real strong, and I give them a lot of credit. And on that vein with St. Louis, I just want to say a little bit of just something to Keith Tkachuk. Keith Tkachuk has been a warrior in this league and a standard in this league of a power forward, and him retiring the other night. We'll miss him in the game, and he's been scored a lot of points, and he'll be a Hall of Famer. So I just wanted to throw that in there. He's been a class act in the league for a long time, and a warrior in that. Not only for the St. Louis Blues and a number of teams in Winnipeg Jets when he was in Winnipeg, but for USA Hockey. So to Keith and his family, I think he's going to have a good secondary career in St. Louis, whatever his venture is.
Did you feel like in the third, that since they had played last night, that you guys might be the team that would be?
Yeah, I did. One of the things that they changed a few people in their lineup, so they came with a lot of energy. I thought their people said, hey, this is it for us, so want to lead and finish strong, and they did. I mean, I thought some of their key guys really kicked it up. I thought Paul Correa really kicked it up in the second half of the game. McDonald, their top guys really played quite well. I thought Ty Conklin played well, especially in the second when they had a lot more opportunities, and they played pretty well. But they played a real solid game. We've had a little bit of time off, and we sort of lost a little bit of our edge, and I was glad that St. Louis forced us to bring our level up, even though it wasn't, I'll say, exactly what we wanted, but you had to compete hard to be in this hockey game tonight, and so our compete level, I thought, rose a little bit, which obviously it's going to have to rise to another level, and our details will have to rise to another level, but for the most part, I was glad that it was a little bit of a struggle.
What type of things specifically are you want the team to sharpen as they go into the playoffs?
Oh, just everything. I mean, everything from pace of the game, how execution, just the details of line changes. You saw that. Just our overall play, just every zone, the details. I mean, in the last couple of games, we've given up goals were great chances. When we've had pucks in the neutral zone and we're tired, so we just go off. I mean, that's not good enough. And from our standpoint, I'm sure with the playoff intensity, it'll get to another level. But those details are going to be the difference. We've won a lot of close games. I mean, we've got one of the best records in one-goal games in the league. But we've got to make sure we eliminate some of those free chances and not leave it up to peck us. So, we've got some guys trying to catch up to the moving train a little bit. Guys that have been out for a while. Joe Ward is still trying to find his game. Yeah, he just got a little sick between periods there. He's fighting a little bit of a bug. Arnie's coming back after a long layoff, and he's going to have to ramp his game up even more. And so he's got some catching up to do. And then there's some guys that have been in our third and fourth lines have to really pick their game up. So it's all the whole group. But it doesn't. We've done some good things this year. Look at the whole body of work. On the road, we've been really quite successful. 23 wins. At home, we got off to a little bit of a slow start in our win column, and we've turned that around and been pretty good at home. Our penalty killing in probably the last 10 games has been really quite strong. Power play the last 10 games hasn't been as strong as we wanted to. We're going to work on that a little bit, obviously, in the next day or so. And goaltending has been a strength for us down the stretch. So
good to see. Nothing long term for Ward.
No, it was just a like a stomach.
Good to see Arnott score.
Yeah, we haven't been lighting it up. You look, we've actually scored less goals. We've scored quite a few goals in the league, but we've scored less than we've given up, and we've got 100 points. I don't think that's probably happened to too many teams. So, but Arnie, coming back, he's one of the few guys that can launch that puck like that. And Weber made a great play over to him, and he shot it to the back net pretty well. So, it was a little bit of a struggle. It was more than a little bit, but it was a struggle. But it was also a good thing for us to go through.
Talked about all the one-goal games you've been in. Is that the kind of thing that helps you, since a lot of the playoff games are those types of games?
Yeah, I don't think you see too many games where there's blowouts. So the one-goal games are going to be real key. And our ability to play in those, or at least find ways to win them, are hopefully going to be key for us. And, our first goal of the season this year was to obviously make the playoffs, and 100 points. I don't know if that'll get us 5th or that'll get us 7th. I have no idea what that'll do right now. We'll find out tomorrow. That's number one. Number two is we're going to have to win a road game. We haven't done that in the playoffs. That's our second goal, and if we can do that, then we're going to make some progress.
You mentioned the third and fourth liners. How concerned are you about the depth scoring?
Well, we're going to need depth scoring right through. The third and fourth line, the last 2 games, I really pride myself on the fact that they usually are really good in a lot of the compete levels, a lot of the hard areas, if you will. In the last 2 games, I think we've pulled back, and that's something that I know they'll regain. But that's something that we've always prided ourselves on. The last 2 games I haven't been too complimentary in that group.
You played your best hockey all year when you played a lot of games. The run, November, December, and then March, playing a lot of games, playing every other night, stuff like that. How do you get back to that intensity after having a slow stretch here?
Well, number one is it's going to be more of the mental approach, making sure that you're ready to go. Once you start to play, you're going to play every second night. You're going to travel in between days. There's not going to be a lot of practices which happen during playoff time, and we've done that. So I think March was a really good sort of prelim to the playoffs, because you played every second night, and the games were really hard, and the intensity was ramped up, and obviously it's going to ramp up to another level. But I think March was a good indicator that if we play the way we can, and we can get our sort of relentless attitude back and kick it up, that we can play home and away. We play the same. So I think March was a real good building block for us, because it really emulates the playoffs in a lot of ways.
Challenging to not know who and you're playing until tomorrow afternoon, or do you prepare for all 4, or just focus on yourselves?
We're just going to focus on ourselves. The last couple of days, that's what we've been trying to focus on, and we're going to do that Monday. The early part of Monday, we're going to focus on us, and then we'll find out Sunday. My staff will be here probably in early Sunday, and we'll probably spend all Sunday figuring out and watching and waiting for the results, and then get to work. We've done some prep stuff that we can right now, but we're going to wait to find out who we play, so we can really isolate on them. If we start worrying about all 4, then I think we're chasing our tail a little bit. So from our standpoint, we just got to find out who we're going to play.
Thank you.